A history of drugs. First, we'll discuss Eric the Red, Tanacharison, the Halo character, the Arbiter. Eric the Red invented a safe way to smoke. Both tobacco, the aboriginal crop of the New World, and of course, marijuana, prior eaten after being cooked in hash oil, a lipid, a type of fat. Hash cake, very popular in Britain among real stoners who don't smoke hash to give themselves cystic fibrosis. The rolling paper derided upon and off of pines wood, a proper lumber used in your cigarettes or your easy widers, makes smoking safer than a pipe. That's right, your old corncob pipe kids gave you cancer. Or if with marijuana you used a quote unquote bowl or metal piece, that's the iron lung pop, lung disease. Moving forward, let's look at Schenactady, Tamerlane the Turk's line. That's the Tennessee Valley Authority, and the first governor in the United States, a male native, Tennessee, under early British rule. That one is actually kind of fun. That one is weed butter. Now, instead of getting hashish, derived from opium plants, a dirty mix hash oil, you can use friendly old Kurdish butter from the Amish. It's real simple. You grind up the marijuana, put it in a skillet pan like how you make your eggs, mix it around, get it nice and savage hot. Then you place it all in a grape press, scooping it out, then moving the pan after you place it in a pot on a different burner, a metal pot, used to boil water for pasta like your vermicelli or angel hair. I am a fan of linguine, with Alfredo or butter, please. And then you can use your new version of hash oil, butterweed, to make brownies, cookies, cakes, anything. Remember to use your skillet pan, otherwise you've made it too strong and it's a bad high, it's a trip. Finally, we'll go to Briar on the Cross, the line of Solomon, Prophet Solomon, not the king, of the ancient Israeli ages. Malinke, the man who cheated death by rising to heaven. Malinke, the first female general, invented coca posto. Now, coca was actually turned to cocaine by Sigmund Freud centuries and centuries later, in the 1800s, 19th century. But this is how we can take a powdered product, like ground marijuana THC, ground strawberry, ground coca, heroin, opium, a morphetic synthanol, that's from a ground bean or bead, same thing, of poppy from your bagels, your opium, and you place it in a tin, a nice bauxite aluminum, hard to fashion then and still extremely hard to make, aluminum from bauxite in South America, and you have a little lip, and you have a safe substance like a sugar hydrate available from rum talcum, the sugar and opium mix that was introduced under the colonial age by Cortez after being seduced and murdered in his mind by this product by Malinke before she took over the entire New World through this simple test, the voodoo. And we can place a tea bag around it and drop it in by dipping it and pulling it out. It's a mild, light high called a treacle, still present in marmalade, used with burned sugar to create a carbon binge, your favorite marmalade. A dark and hard meshy, an orange citrus gina, often strained through the fruit product. Now, Schenactady, going back to the Arbiter, is the brute Tartarus, and the prophet of mercy is, of course, Malinke, and the prophet. And Arbiter's Eric the Red, Tanacharison. Through these three, we have Tanacharison, the French and Indian War that Churchill called the World War I, going from French and Indian to Great War, that entire period of world at war before the modern age combustion. We have Schenactady, the Battle of Abolition, to remove any and all from slavery by taking immigrants responsible and marking them in reverse of slavery's mark to remove identity. And finally, Malinke, the war on drugs, the unproliferated drug being a tightly held secret, pharmaceuticals copyrights, universally Mongol salve oil, a sleeping toxin from the Midwest of the steppes, not American Midwest, but the Midwest of the steppes of Mongolia. And they perform this through naming our Midwest in America, actually Detroit, the passage south, if convicted of crimes as a tribe, into the Midwest, the American Midwest, Kansas, and of course Missouri, the improperly named Dixie, as Midwest.